To me, it is completely different. To me, it's not the same. I get what they're trying to do something different, but the issue is they can't do what they used to do as good as they used to do it. The issue is not what they used to do. The issue is they are not doing it as well anymore. I was wondering why that was not in the game. And no, Naoe is not one of the most robust assassins in the game, you absolute fool. Go play Assassin's Creed 2 or Black Flag. Jeez. Hey, what's up, guys? Paperbag Boy here. IGN coming out with another honest game review. Honest in quotation marks there. Obviously, the game review industry by publishers has just been bought and paid for. I am telling you, this is I'll give my take on it, but let's get into it. I haven't seen this yet at all. It's a very visually pleasing game.
That it took almost 20 years and dozens of games for the biggest stealth action series around to finally bend towards feudal Japan. Assassin's Creed Shadows makes the most of that theme, with a great pair of shinobi and samurai heroes sharing center stage that are fun to skulk through giant castles or wade into vicious battles with.
Yeah, with that gay black samurai throwing around his big hammer. I see why they chose him. Anybody else would have a shorter hammer.
Besides the setting, the bulk of the changes this time around focus on making smaller tweaks to well-established systems, such as less cluttered maps and skill trees, while also doubling down on things that really worked in 2023's Assassin.
I don't know about y'all, but combat to me matters a lot more than skill trees and, a better map. A map is like last place for me compared to some of the other things. Combat foremost, and then what I thought that they actually did really well with was like the attributes added to the weapons that you can get, I believe. But yeah, combat for me is number one. Gameplay is number one. This game is a 6 out of 10, folks. It's a 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10. Change everything that they say to 6 out of 10. It is an average game. It is above average because they had money. They had enough money to make this game visually pleasing. But guess what, guys? Graphics isn't everything. Gameplay is what hooks you and it keeps you in. And yes, the story, I would give it a 5 out of 10 with the graphics, maybe 5.5, and the 6 out of 10 because the story is also okay. Everything is okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Mirage. Like the more focused combat that accompanies its better paced main quests.
Ooh, get him! Yeah, baby. Dismemberment.
It's not a perfect reset, as imbalances and missed opportunities abound, but I feel more confident than ever that Assassin's Creed could be back and here to stay.
And once this is done, I will never pick up the sword again. Let us get this over with.
Like a
what
river
that,
in the
dude?
Rainy season, Shadow's
looks
story
like
overflows with cliches.
It looks like Asmongold playing Monster Hunter whenever he had the great sword and he just keeps missing everything he's trying to hit. Looks like Asmongold playing Monster Hunter. Another thing, I don't know if anybody's thought of this, but I guarantee you, black people don't want to be portrayed as a gay samurai either. I'm sure that they wanted their role-playing adventure to be, to stay just the badass black samurai. I'm sure that, I have a lot of friends, okay, and I'm sure that they would not like that at all. They are not taking into account anything. They don't want anybody to be able to actually role play. Whenever you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one. You see what I'm saying? When you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one. They're literally broad scope trying to please everybody. Also letting the woke mob and woke mindset, dictate their game. I mean, you're nobody can role play in this game. When you cater to the majority, you exclude, or when you cater to the minority, you exclude the majority. Okay, you can't help the fact that if the minority gets excluded because you made a game for the majority. But if you want your game to be good, you need to make your game for the majority. And if they make characters like this, it makes it impossible for myself to imagine myself as the samurai. You see what I'm saying?
Cliches and tropes. But morally complex intersecting plots still keep the intrigue high, which is the same trick that made Assassin's Creed Valhalla's stories work when they did. I don't think I was particularly
Valhalla.
wowed
Wasn't
by any
Valhalla
of the writing
terrible?
on a regular basis, but there are some standout moments of tense reflection and curious happenings sprinkled throughout.
Who is behind these murders?
I don't know.
The typical Assassin's Creed conspiracy woven into it fits perfectly within the war-torn Sengoku period of Japan too, like a hidden blade snugly in its wrist sheath. It's still a bit too full of go here, do that quests as bridges between major moments, but Shadows is organized in a way that can be enjoyed in pieces and at your leisure without getting too lost between plot points. Almost like how
This guy is extremely pandering. He is being very disingenuous and dishonest here. I just want y'all to know that.
one might enjoy a good book.
No, it's
The
not.
leads themselves are wonderful.
When you read a book, you imagine yourself as the main character, buddy. If it was a good book, I'd be able to imagine myself as the main character. Quest, boys, map
Most
quest.
of the missions in Shadows starts on the refreshingly intuitive objective board. Thematically, this approach matches the tone of using all of the information you gather to identify hidden members of a secret society trying to plunge Japan into chaos. Functionally, the way it organizes outstanding tasks and the people involved is far more useful than the old bulleted quest lists. Selecting a quest gave me a short list of clues.
Oh,
to
by
help
the way, this had a crazy like to dislike ratio, and I can't even see the dislikes. I mean, maybe if I dislike it. No, I can't see it.
discern
my
where the
goodness.
objective was. Past Assassin's Creed games have tried versions of this before, but this one is the first one that I felt consistently made me look at my map and actually deduce where the spot in question might be. Rather than lighting up your map with a galaxy of tooltips, Shadows mostly relies on sparse points of interest icons to push you towards the areas you'll need to see in person. Even when you climb up to the signature high points to take a good long look at your surroundings, you'll see a bunch of these things that
It's
tell
very
you
visually
that there's
pleasing,
something out there.
but that is
But you're
not
gonna
what
have to go
makes
check
a
them out
game.
for
That's what
yourself
makes
to
a
know
movie.
what.
You know what I mean?
I love this. I could feel my brain starting to detangle the checklist conditioning that years of these games have instilled in me. Most of these undiscovered locations fall into a number of reliable categories, like castles you can infiltrate and attempt to steal special.
Do you guys think this game is the same as the first trilogy? You know what I mean? The old school Assassin's Creed with that priest cloak, where you're literally like the most badass assassin that there is. Do you guys think this game genuinely measures up to that? Because to me, it doesn't. To me, it is completely different. To me, it's not the same. I get what they're trying to do something different, but the issue is they can't do what they used to do as good as they used to do it. The issue is not what they used to do. The issue is they are not doing it as well anymore.
Between outings, I spent some time at the hideout. After collecting minerals, crops, and wood out in the world, you can use those resources to build
Why
and
is this
operate
in the
important
game?
buildings
Why
here
is
that
this
give
in
you
the game?
access to new assets. I spent the majority of my time at the forge managing my equipment, while other important buildings provide features that can be managed in places
We
outside.
found her. We found her, boys. We found her. This is I don't know what this is, but I think it's a they them. Yaya, yeah, and or Rikashi. That's what it is. And as you can see, this is what they think modern people look like. Absolutely disgraceful, folks.
Outside of the hideout, like the new summoning ability from the dojo, which let me call in help from certain allies I met during my adventure. I'm glad I didn't have to dote on this place very much, as I personally
I got something to say
can't
whenever
be
he shows
bothered to
more
decorate
combat.
a homestead. But
I got something to
those
say
who
about it.
can won't be disappointed by the amount of cosmetics available to find and buy. This version of 1500s Japan is a beautiful place.
It's very
There's
pretty.
such a symphony of
They had a
color
lot of
over
money, that's
every
what that
hill and
means.
across
They
every
used
lake.
a lot of money.
Each season brings with it incredible landscapes.
That's gorgeous.
Sometimes covered in the copper brown of autumn.
If only
or
I could
entombed
roleplay
in
as the
deep
main
white
character.
snow. I found the weather to be some of the best I'd ever experienced in an open world. It was hard not to be moved watching powerful winds pick up and bring in rolling thunderstorms,
That is
especially
a
when
nice
nature reacted to it
addition.
all in real time, as flocks of birds take flight and ground critters scurry to find safety. And not for nothing, but in my dozens of hours in Shadows, I encountered remarkably few
This
bugs
is what I
for
mean.
a game
Look.
this size.
Yes, this is I only encountered a few bugs. It's 8 out of 10, folks. BS, dude. This game is average. But this is what I mean. It's not just this. In the normal combat, when you are fighting the enemies, even on expert difficulty, it's like they attack you one by one and they'll swing their sword once every 5 freaking seconds. They're all just targets. They are not. It destroys being able to be in the game for me. It destroys being able to be like role play as the character. The only way they increase difficulty is by increasing health and damage.
Revolves around unmasking and eliminating members of a deadly organization called the Shimbaku. Once you've chosen a target, their multi-mission arcs give you regular opportunities to handle the situation with either Yasuke's might or Naoe's stealth.
Yeah, because Yasuke's an
There
assassin
are
for
certainly
sure.
scenarios where one is more useful than the other. In general, there are remarkably few quests where Naoe isn't better suited for the task at hand.
I'm not allowed here. I should be quiet.
If the Assassin's Creed playstyle is a combination of concepts like exploration, parkour, stealth, and combat, Naoe can do all of these competently,
because she's the assassin.
Parkour and stealth in particular, while Yasuke can't climb very well or sneak around much due to his size and general lack of grace.
In Assassin's Creed. Did you hear that scream?
He is a devastating
funny.
force in combat, but Naoe can simply sneak around most situations that Yasuke would cut his way through, solving them with so much less trouble. As much as I like Yasuke, he's far more limited and one-dimensional, with large parts of this game not quite designed to take advantage of his strengths. It's particularly disappointing
The combat
because
is
Shadows
terrible,
does
folks.
find
It cracks
ways to
me up.
tailor missions around both of their skills on occasion, usually in bigger,
Look at the guy just standing back there. Here he comes. He's coming. He's coming. The next target. Oh wait, he waited on you.
These special missions are separated into sections that allow you to choose which character to proceed with, changing what's asked of you depending on your choice. It's awesome, and made the more homogeneous space between these moments a real bummer. Combat overall is more challenging and thoughtful than in the past. Enemies, especially in groups, are more aggressive and tend to have solid defenses.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh my god, this is an 8 out of 10, folks. 8 out of 10. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Both in that they block a lot, and also in that many of them are armored, essentially giving them another life bar. Effectively taking them down means having a solid defense of your own, dodging and deflecting their blows to make them vulnerable, and taking advantage before they recover, though the camera can really struggle to keep all of the action in frame. Straightforward combat encounters really sing when playing as Yasuke, whose suite of weapons are all perfect for decimating enemies. Even outside of his toys, he's a juggernaut of a man, being able to literally run through walls and shake the earth with his blows. Naoe is very fragile by comparison, and while capable of doing lots of damage when enemies are vulnerable,
I love how they made the assassin character so weak. Like, oh, I remember the old school Assassin's Creed. You were a badass. You like literally one-shot the dang NPCs. And this is what you get now, because they want you to play as Yasuke.
She gets overwhelmed easily by mobs, especially well-armored bruisers.
Wow. This is
on the
sad.
flip side, Naoe is a menace when striking from the shadows or catching enemies unaware.
Nice.
There are some new features, like being able to crawl and dodge while prone, as well as some returning ones, like her eagle sense and the long-missing double assassination, all of which add up to make Naoe one of the most robust assassins in the series.
I was wondering why that was not in the game. And no, Naoe is not one of the most robust assassins in the game, you absolute fool. Go play Assassin's Creed 2 or Black Flag, jeez.
Enhancing your combat abilities is mercifully less tedious than Valhalla's skill constellation. Naoe and Yasuke have skill trees focused on their weapons and specialities, with every node feeling far more impactful than simple passive damage bonuses, which still exists, but in small amounts. Gaining new abilities is obviously the most impactful, but some of the real hidden gems add new functionality to weapons, like being able to turn certain attacks with Naoe's chain sickle into grapples that let you pull enemies into obstacles or off of cliffs.
Thank you, that is dope.
Speaking of excess, Shadows takes a big step backwards from the work done around your inventory in Valhalla or Mirage. There are far too many pieces of randomized, color-tiered gear to pick up from fallen foes or earn as forgettable quest rewards that had no chance of making it into my rotation. Some might do as last-minute stopgaps to keep your stats in line with the bad guys, but only until you find that next piece of legendary gear or earn enough resources to level up a piece you
I love that
like.
ability.
The skills in legendary gear, like this armor that has a chance to negate range attacks entirely, are impactful in a way that the generic buffs that you get from the lower tiers of gear never even come close to.
Verdict, boys. We got the honest gaming
Assassin's
opinion,
Creed
not
Shadows
paid for
takes
at
a
all.
flashing blade to the series' established norms, trimming them to a more precise form in lieu of chopping them down outright. Combat is aggressive and requires more intentional parrying and skill management.
Finally, somebody fighting back. Look at that.
And exploring the gorgeous provinces of Sengoku period Japan is encouraged thanks to a revamped map that de-emphasizes collecting icons and checking off lists. Naoe and Yasuke are well-realized and memorable protagonists, even though most of the story they drive follows pretty predictable paths. Both have unique playstyles that bolster each other's weaknesses, but they are...
So the story they drive is predictable. There's a bunch of glitches in the game. I can show you one after this. There's a bunch of literal like bugs in the game, and you can't play as Naoe because she can't handle the mobs because they made her so weak compared to Yasuke. But the game is the boys watch what they give this game a review
ultimately
as.
imbalanced by the fact that you can make use of the stealth and exploration skills of the master shinobi far more than the superhuman strength of the samurai. This isn't the Assassin's Creed that will change the minds of folks who have never connected with the series before. But for those of us with lots of hours logged into the Animus, the sum of Shadow's parts provide a refreshing realignment that you should not skip.
8 out of 10. Great. This game is great, boys. This is another Dragon Age 7 out of 10. My goodness. Why should we trust the gaming the mainstream gaming review companies anymore? Why should we trust them at all? They do not give honest reviews. Do you guys think this is an honest review? Give me your take on it. Do you think this is an honest review? And seriously, this dude this whole time was plastic as all get out. He's talking, it sounds like he's talking from a place above you, like he's trying to act like he's more intelligent than you are. I mean, I hate that so much. But you go ahead, you tell me whether or not you think IGN is giving honest reviews anymore. You tell me if the gaming industry is where it should be. All right, boys, what do you think? Do you think this game is paper? Paper being that good shit you get from the grocery store when you say paper or plastic, baby? Or plastic being that gross shit we don't need in the gaming industry? I'm going with plastic. This game is plastic. This is a 6 out of 10 at best. It's 5 in combat, 5 in story. It's completely average, and a 6 out of 10 because they had a lot of money to build the daggum world with. I hope they go broke. What? And by the way, him saying that there is the bugs in the game aren't an issue. I mean, this is either gameplay or it's a bug, but I'll show you here. It's ridiculous. We've got some stealth issues happening with Naoe here. Look at this, hiding in plain sight. Hiding in plain sight. They can't. You can't see me. You can't see me.
Hey, now.
John Cena. I mean, Mike. Oh. Look at this. Oh, I'm gone. I'm gone, baby. I'm gone. Yeah. Kicking at the freaking air, dude. No bugs in the game, my ass. This is gameplay, folks. I don't even think this is a bug.
Ends now.
Oh my goodness. Oh, hidden again. I'm hidden again. You
I
can't
lost sight of them. You can't hide forever.
You can't hide forever. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm hiding behind a freaking flower. My goodness, folks. 8 out of 10, folks. You can't see me. I'm in the bushes, baby. She's whistling. They still can't find her. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm hiding behind a flower.
Killed. Not long ago.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is gameplay.
The shadow of evil.
This is in the game, folks. That's in the game. All right, boys. GG's, you let me know down below whether you think IGN gave an honest game review or if you think that they were paid off by Ubisoft. You let me know. I think this is an Ubisoft fail. Ubisoft might go bankrupt after this. I mean, they're throwing their weight around right now. They're throwing their money around. They're pushing creators around. They're paying for more creators to play the game. They're paying for sponsorships. They're paying for great reviews. I mean, you guys let me know down below what you think is going on, because I think this is an absolute fail by IGN. I feel like we cannot trust the gaming industry anymore whenever it comes to games. I mean, if I can get up the Metacritic review right here, we can see. There we go. Gamer number 0 is 60, a 65, a 70, a 60, and that's what I'm saying. Look, let's look at the ones that are really high. Okay, Rage Quit, big one. A Turkey, 85. CD Action, Dexter 2 gave it an 80. Cog Connected gave it a 79. Gamer Sky gave it an 84. And Gamer Surf giving it an 80. Gamers RD giving it a good 6 out of 10, because that's what it is, folks. A 6 out of 10. We got multiple 6 out of 10s here. And then look at all these 90s. IGN Turkey, a 75. I mean, this is not a 7.5, folks. They gave Dragon Age a 7.5. I mean, this is a 6 out of 10, folks. If you don't believe me, these are the honest game reviews right here. I mean, seriously, if this just didn't bolster my confidence that I'm always right, I don't know what to tell you. But PC Games In, another 60. Game Rant gave it a freaking 90, dude. GameSpot gave it an 80. Movies and Tech gave it an 80. I mean, look, they're all following the same thing. 80, 90, and 100. They don't go below it. I mean, you tell me if you trust the gaming industry anymore. You let me know. Okay? All right, folks. GG's. Take it easy. Peace.